Welcome to Love Dynasty.
We are live. Hi guys. Hello everybody. It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been like about 1 month that we've been off. We missed you guys so much. Oh my god. But yeah, we've been trying to figure out how to record virtually, and now we are recording virtually because school is on break, and that's why we've been off for like 1 month. Wow, we've missed you guys so much, like I said, and I hope you guys have been good. I hope you've been fine. Yeah, Ori, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What's been going on?
I've missed everybody. I've missed everybody. But yeah, we're back, and we're strong. I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. So currently the school is on break, but for those of us who just completed our third year in the university, we're doing CWES. CWES is just a program where students go to different firms, or basically like an internship where you intern at different firms depending on the course of study. I don't know if this applies to every course in the university, but I'm a student of architecture, and so we have to either work with individual architects, intern with individual architects, or go to firms to intern. So basically that's just it, is to learn, to gain experience, gain experience beyond the walls of the university, just see how everything you've been taught in school is happening in real life. So that's basically what CWES is about, and it's been calm. It's been calm for me. Yes, it's been calm. I've also been doing one or two things here and there, reading here and there, working on other things aside architecture. Yes, I've been working out too.
Okay.
I've been working out. Yeah, I hope I'm not saying right now.
You hope you're not what? Anything.
I hope I'm not saying too much right now. You asked how I was doing, so I'm answering.
Go on. Speaking of working out. Yeah, I've been trying to do that too. I've been, as much as possible, trying to get physically fit, and working out is important for everybody who is a constant listener, or even if you are listening for the first time. Working out is important as much as we are growing in every area of our lives, spiritual growth, mental growth. It's important to take care of your body. It's important to take care of your health. Working out is beyond just like getting buff, because I'm speaking as a guy, most of us just want to work out to get buff, but it's beyond that. It's about your health. It's about your well-being. Yeah, so work out, you guys, as much as possible. Exercise as much as possible.
And working out does not have to be intense, really, because when we talk about working out, a lot of people are thinking about the most intense, kinds of exercises, push-ups, this, pull-ups, this, that. No, it doesn't have to be intense. You can skip. If you're someone who likes to dance, you can do dance workouts. You can have fun while, building your, helping your body to be fit at the same time. It doesn't have to be anything too much. If it is walking, you can just do a fast walk at some distance, maybe every day or something. You can run, you can jog. There are so many things out there, so many things online, so many workout apps and everything that you can do to keep your body fit. So because this body has to be fit. Yeah, I've realized something personally, that working out helps to build body, physical strength, sides, toning and everything. Like it helps you build strength, like you don't have to I don't know how to explain it, but I think you feel less tired when you work out consistently.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel unnecessarily tired when your body is fit. Yeah, it's good to work out.
Yeah.
It's good to work out. Yeah.
And as much as we are saying working out is very hard, and for the guys that are trying to build muscle, trying to get buff, well done. Keep doing that. And pushing yourself. Workout should be fun, Sha. That's basically what I would say. I don't say that pushing yourself should be fun. Make sure you're enjoying yourself, because if you're not enjoying yourself, you'll probably not stay consistent. It's funny that we are giving workout advice. So that's what we're going to talk about. Just you guys should try to stay fit. That's all.
Yes. And eat well.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to eat well. Eat well, feed on fruits, feed on nutritious meals and everything. Make sure you feed well. Don't just work out, but feed well.
As much as possible. Because when we see that a lot of people have, might come up with excuses and reasons why not to go. As much as possible, as much as in your capacity, be intentional about it. You realize that it's actually easier than you think.
All right.
Let's get into the topic for today. If you've been following us for a while, we are currently on a Love is a Drive series. Love is a Drive. Alright, so today we continue talking on love, Christian love, the kind of love that God wants us to exhibit, the God kind of love, the same love that God has for us, that is now teaching us to have for each other.
Yes.
We're in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and I think we are on verse 4 now, right?
Yes. Okay, so we are almost done with verse 4. So I think it's the last part of verse 4 that we'll be dealing with. In the last episode we talked about love does not envy. Can you just do a quick recap? It's been a while.
Yeah. We talked about envy. We talked about. Okay. By the way, before we go on, we've been off for a while, but while we were off, we were dropping some videos on our Instagram, on our YouTube Shorts. So you guys should check that out. If you are a regular listener, we will keep uploading content on Instagram at Love Dynasty and on YouTube, Love Dynasty Podcast. Yeah, you guys should check that out. Going back to the recap. Yeah, we talked about love. Love is kind. We talked about the kindness of love. Dealing with each other in kindness, being, nice to each other. In our words, in our actions. And we talked about envy. Our love does not envy, right? Our love does not get jealous or does not act in jealousy. So today we'll be going into the next part. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4, the New King James Version. That's what I'm reading right now. So love does not parade itself. I'll start from the beginning of verse 4. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself. It is not puffed up. Yeah, love does not parade itself. It is not puffed up. Or can you talk about that?
Love does not parade itself. It is not puffed up. Okay. As you all know, I love TPT, the Passion Translation. So before I continue, I would also want us to travel down there to see what it has to say. So it says here that love does not brag about one's achievements, nor inflate its own importance. Okay, so I believe here is talking about love is not proud. Love is not arrogant. Love is not boastful. It says that love does not brag about one's achievements, nor inflates its own importance. Remember that when it comes to love, it is not just about you. Love considers others first before him or herself. And here we're talking about when you feel like the opinion of others or your opinion matters more than other people's opinion. That's pride. When you feel that
once you've given a suggestion, then it should be taken. Nobody should say anything, nobody should talk. That's pride. When you feel that you have really achieved so much and you don't have to learn from people who you think are below your status or who you think don't know as much as you do, you feel you don't have to, get advice or get suggestions from them anymore. That's pride. And, a proud person is not walking in love. And there's a part where that talks about does not brag about one's achievements. It's good to do well in life. It's good to be successful, to achieve a lot. It's good to be really good at what you do. But we have to understand that the strengths that we've been endowed with are not to make others feel inferior or make others feel choked up. Yes, you've done well, you've done good, you've done okay. Then use the strength that you've been endowed with to help other people too. Not putting it in people's faces, not letting people breathe anymore. It's okay. We are going to rejoice with you that you did well. We are going to rejoice with you that you did good. I mean, love rejoices, when people are rejoicing too. But love will not choke people up with its own achievements. It's basically you considering yourself before others. I'm going to say this again. It may seem like I'm repeating it a lot, but I'm going to say it again, that the strengths that you've been endowed with, the things that you know by yourself that you're good at doing this thing, you're good at handling this thing. All those things that even people can testify that when it comes to this person is good, this person is this person is that. It is to help people around you. Why do you think we all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses? We have our strengths to strengthen other people's weaknesses, not to make people weaker. No, we are to help strengthen other people's weaknesses. So we should walk in love by not bragging about, our achievements, not inflating our own importance, not putting it, not letting people breathe anymore because of where we are or what we've achieved or anything. And another thing I'm going to say is don't dwell too much on past glory. I did this that time. Don't dwell too much on past glory, because the glory of the past is in the past. There's so much more ahead of us to achieve. There's so much more in store for us. So when we allow ourselves to be trapped in the glory of the past, then we are not going to make progress. We're not going to move forward. We're not going to grow. We're not going to learn. We think, sometimes we feel like where we are right now, that is the end. But it is not the end. There's so much more ahead of you. And that's why the word of God says that pride leads before the fall. Like a proud person, I tell you, cannot move forward, will not make progress. You're going to hinder yourself from so many things that life has to offer you, so many things that God has designed for you, so many plans that God has for you. You're going to deny yourself of it because of pride, because it does not help you to see things that could have been done better. It does not help you to see things that could be worked on. It does not help you to see opportunities, because it blinds us. What pride does is it blinds us to people. Do you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
People give you suggestions, but you think that you've reached that height where nobody can say anything to you anymore, and it just blinds you and it cuts you off from people, from things, from events or whatever it is that could take you to the next level. in life. So pride is not a good thing, and it does not start glamorous. It does not start big. It starts with little things. It starts from those little wins here and there. It starts from those little meetings here and there where people are trying to make suggestions and you just like shut them up. You don't think that their opinions matter, and sometimes you necessarily don't even have to say it. Once you already have that thought in your heart, in your mind, there's already a problem somewhere. Love does not brag about one's achievement, inflate its own importance. Love is not puffed up. Regardless of where we are in life, there's room for more. And at the end of the day, achievements will come and go, but people will always remain. And if you don't walk in love towards the people that will remain around you, then you're going to cut off everybody from you. You don't know if the person you just ignored or the person or the opinion that you just shut down, you don't know, maybe that's the key to your next breakthrough. You don't know. You don't know if the person that you've been looking down on is the connection that you need. I mean, much more than even talking about maybe breakthroughs or the next level or all those things I've been saying now. Much more than that. What is life when we are the only ones that are growing, we are the only ones that are making it, and the people around us are not? To be honest, the greatest achievement is when the people around you are also growing. The people around you are also making it in life. The people around you are also, finding their path. Basically, that's just what I want to say. Like that, I feel that's the greatest achievement in life. You're doing fine, and the people around you are also doing fine. So let's try to make it a culture to be intentional, about lifting people up with our strengths. We all have our strengths, our weaknesses. Lift people up with your strength. You're good at lifting, help people. So that's basically what I want to say. God, I feel like I've said a lot.
Yeah, you said a lot, but what you said is really important. Pride is something that, like you said, it's not until you say something. Sometimes pride creeps in. You don't even know you are being proud already. Personally, I found myself in situations where I just realized that this is actually pride, because I felt maybe in that time that this person's, like, I was listening to, like, for example, somebody saying something, and then you are listening to it where you're not in your mind, you're like, this thing is not, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you're just like, nah, this is not for me. That kind of arrogance, when this person when they are done, they keep quiet. That kind of thing. You might not necessarily think it's pride, but it is. These days I've been learning and seeing myself more as a student of life, right? Like in everything we do, we learn, we grow. That's the mentality I'm in right now. And if you see yourself as a student of life, you can't learn in life with pride. I like what PT said about inflating your own importance. If you inflate your importance so much, you won't think you can learn from other people. In life we don't know it all. We can't be perfect in everything. Even the field where you think you are the best, there's still somebody that's better than you. There's always something to learn, and the posture of learning, like the way to learn, is to actually stay humble. You can't learn in pride. If you are proud, if you think you know better than the next man, you can't learn anything from the next man. You can't learn anything from the person. You can't learn from the next man if you feel like you're better than them, if you are proud, if you are not humble to them. And even in learning, God's word, you have to come with a posture of humility. When you're in church or listening to or reading scriptures, reading the Bible, if you don't come with a posture of humility, if you feel like, oh, this pastor, whoever is talking, especially if it is not like your pastor, for example, there's an invited guest and you're like, who is this person? It is not the best posture to learn from. So pride really it really robs us of what we can learn, how we can get better. And like to your point, when you're talking about how we get better, how in life our skills, our strengths, what we are really good at is to help others, is really important. There is a popular phrase in Nigeria, we rise by lifting others. It's actually very important. Showing love by helping others with what you have instead of going the other route of pride, of arrogance, of oppressing people with what you have. Like, that's just the best way to live. Use what you have to help others instead of bragging, instead of flexing on them. A lot of people get successful and they start flexing on everybody. Nobody will rest again because you have the most expensive this or that. It's not the best way to live. It even comes with more fulfillment, helping people, using your resources, and it doesn't even have to be money. The simplest things, everybody has something. You have something that can help somebody else. You do have something that can help somebody else. That's one of the reasons why we're even here on this pod, because we feel like we have something that somebody can learn from. We have things that we can learn from ourselves. And even as we are recording this, as we are saying this, we are learning ourselves. So whatever resources you have, see to it that you find purpose in, instead of bragging about that, find purpose in helping people with that. The skills you have, you can teach somebody. The wisdom you have, you can share it. That's a better way to live than just being pompous and having a big head. Remember when we were talking about, helping others and flowing into others? Like, there's this verse in the Bible that talks about us flowing like living water. See yourself as that container of living water. Everything that you have, all your gifts, all your graces, all your blessings, see yourself as a container. And then for a container to be alive, for what you have in you to be alive, it's important to flow out, to bless other people with it. Don't just keep all your water in your container, because it's going to spoil. It's going to start stinking over time. But when you flow into others, when you give, even like you can think about it as hoarding. If you hoard food in your house for a long time, it's going to spoil, right? Versus if you give it out to people who really need it. So it's important for us, instead of just staying on your own and being proud and feeling like you're better than everybody because of what you have, how about finding purpose in helping people with that, giving out, doing more for others. The bottom line, instead of pride, find purpose in helping people, find purpose in developing others. You rise by lifting others. Yeah.
And one thing is, I want to say this carefully. No, we are not better than each other. Like, we are all just unique in our own way. Yeah. And you will be surprised that when you live when you have a open mind and you live a life of humility, you realize that there are so many uniqueness in people that will be of benefit to you yourself.
Yeah. Things you've been overlooking for years, even your friends, even people that you overlooked this because you thought you were better than them. But when you open yourself up, when you stay humble, you realize the gems that you have around you.
Yeah, I think we've said today.
So we'll continue in the next episode from verse 5, right? Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope this was useful, and we are back now, and we'll, by God's grace, will stay consistent. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for hanging with us. Ray, do you have anything to say before we end this episode?
I just want to say that I love you guys.
I love you.
Everything we've said, I just hope it blesses you. And let's all start being intentional about, keeping an open mind and staying humble. Yes, I'll do that too. Let's all do it together.
Yes, assignments. We always have assignments. We are not just talking, but let's throughout this week, throughout the coming week, be intentional about flowing into others, not being proud of what you have, but instead finding a way to love by sharing, by giving out, by flowing into other people. Yeah. Hashtag flow.
All right. Hashtag flow. Bye.
We love you.